Introducing these two Road to Victory MMA warriors once again. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing Novo Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he is Kiarash Majidi. And fighting out of the red corner, representing the Freestyle Academy, he is Brandon Lee-Dominey.
Well, the tension in the house has risen. Crowd favourite, Kiarash Majidi versus Brandon Lee-Dominey.
So Kiarash was actually looking to fight for the title at 93 kilos. That
beautiful reversal. Transition back to their feet.
Kiarash was looking to compete for the title. The gentleman's name has completely left my mind. But that was actually who Kiarash lost to in his debut via head kick knockout. He was expecting a rematch. Unfortunately, that fight didn't materialize. Shout out to Brandon Lee-Dominey, who actually stepped in, not on short notice, but stepped in instead of that gentleman. So, you know, Kiarash really is looking. Oh!
Big slam. Huge.
Took Brandon Lee-Dominey for a ride. Kiarash is really looking for a title fight and really wants to make a statement in this, and it looks like he's well on his way to doing so. Rob, the problem is there is just such a different level of grappling here.
Kiarash looking to fire away. Big knee. And again. Brandon with a very wide base, but those knees finding a home in his fight.
But Brandon doing a good job. He doesn't seem to be nervous. He doesn't seem to be scared. He's still out there trying to defend as best as he can.
I was going to say he needs to sweep into the arm. Try and get it back, but...
Kiarash read your mind, and he knew what was necessary.
Kiarash, big body shots right above our position. Tries to posture up.
Perfect position for Kiarash to be right next to his corner, able to get advice.
Short legs of Brandon, able to get in tight and use all that strength to push Kiarash off. Big hammer fist, big shots.
Kiarash very strong on top, very heavy on top. You know, in his last couple of fights, he's been able to maintain good top pressure, but no strike. So in this situation, he's been building on it a little bit better, more strikes, working towards the finish. All of it is just experience.
A good first round for Kiarash. Brandon on the receiving end, but showed some great technique, getting himself out of trouble.
Now, Rob, we'll see in the second round if Brandon Lee's able to make any changes, if he's able to maybe let his hands go, have some success there.
Big sweep. Controls his opponent.
That's good there from Kiarash. He didn't get nervous. He kept his hands high. He was relaxed in the transitions. Caught the leg, worked for the takedown. Now Brandon Lee, this is just about whether he can get out of these positions. Because once Kiarash gets a hold of you, it's hard to get out from these positions. But it's just to see, can Brandon Lee get out of them? Can he get into a position where he can let his hands go?
See, for me, this asks a very big question. You've got this position, you're holding it well, you're in a dominant position. What is your game plan? Do you want the rear naked choke? Are you going for strikes? Are you going for a sub?
True.
You know, for me, this is where you have to use your intelligence in the game. Where are you going from here? Are we subbing? Are we striking? Are we looking for ground and pound? Is it the Kimura? You know.
But I think with that, I think that just shows the inexperience in Kiarash as well. He's young into his career, and I think these are things that his team are going to be looking towards working on with him, getting him to be relaxed enough to think about these things and say, all right, cool, now we want to strike, now we want to keep position, now we want to go for submission. So I think those are things that his team will definitely work on him with.
And you know, he's in a fantastic place above his corner, not somewhere Brandon wants to be.
Yeah.
Good work by Brandon again, making it back to his feet, making Kiarash work.
Brandon Lee's doing all the right things. He's doing just enough to stop himself getting finished. He's doing just enough to not stay in these bad positions, but he's still there in the fight. A lot of people may have looked at Brandon Lee and expected him to be finished in 30 seconds, but we're more than halfway through the second round, and he is very much still in this fight.
Big hammer fists. The ref was watching closely. A few more of those might have ended the fight. Good work again by Brandon just to force his opponent off with his legs.
But even that, it's good to see that Brandon Lee is not looking for an easy way out. He's still trying to win this fight. He could have taken 2-3 more of those shots and the fight would have ended, and no one would have questioned it. But he didn't. He was in a position to push Kiarash off of him, and he did. So back to what you said, Rob, as well. I think it will be interesting to see if Kiarash is able to get a finish, because I feel like he has all the skills, all the momentum, he has all the ability. Interesting. Brandon Lee's corner called the fight off.
TKO.
It would have been interesting to go into that third round and see whether Kiarash could have got the finish, but alas, we'll never know. But great performance anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first round, Brandon Lee-Dominey's corner retires him, unable to come out for the second round, declaring our winner by way of TKO, Kiarash Majidi.